Hello and welcome back to episode 14, part 1 of our warrior journey. We find ourselves in Desolace, and we got a couple of quests to finish here as well as a little bit of fishing. So I'm just going to reset our combat data there. Now, we've got one quest to hand in. We've got a Deep Strider Giant to find to get a tumour. And we need to do some fishing on the Savage Coast. So, the Savage Coast that we are closest to right now. And when you do this fishing quest, you want to make sure that you are not in Shadowprey Village, because it does not, even though it's on the Savage Coast, it counts as a safer area. And because it counts as a safer area, you can't get the rare fish, as I understand it. So, not Savage Coast, Sartheris Strand. So it should be absolutely fine to be fishing here. Then we can go and hand in on Geku's quest, see what the... There is a follow-up, actually. We already did the Savage Coast in Stranglethorn Vale. Now that feels weird. Super weird, fishing with this massive pauldron. Did I miss the bobber splash? I'll zoom in. I prefer zooming in for fishing. It makes it much easier to see the splash. The sound here is not the best. We can hear so much water. It's difficult to pinpoint the bobber splash in amongst it. I just realised that actually very soon we'll be able to do Maradon. Yes, of course, looks nothing like a long-jaw mud skipper, does it? So that's being handed in. So we'll go ahead and do that. Florax back on. And take a look at this quest.
Hi. What is nature's call?
So for slaying Princess, we get a choice of these weapons. Is that any good for a hunter? Depending on the proc hunts, maybe. This is the Thrash Blade. You can see its average damage, 35 per second. Same as the Whirlwind Axe, and a chance for an extra attack on your next swing, which for Fury is crazy good. Yeah, yeah. Right, won't take long at all. Like a deep strider giant can walk along here anyway, so we'll keep an eye out. Killing the Khan before that essentially involves running over here and running back again, so it's a little more than a few minutes. Yeah, this deep strider. I went to find this deep strider on my warlock, and this path is not accurate. I found the giant around here, pathing this way, so that path is shorter. I'll see if they've done get me out of here as well. Why are you running into... Yeah, if we're... Where's the other guy? Oh, here. Oh. Oh, he's kind of... Oh, I was going to say he's taking a more direct route, but he's like backtracking. Oh, he's fighting stuff. Thought he was riding or something. Still need 29 more gold. I think somebody has murdered them all. I have to see. Khan is alive. Yeah. Not sure what they were doing. And a wolf. A bob would suggest a wolf. That is an orc, of course. Three, four, one. Awesome. So we can go and hand this in. Keep an eye out for deep striders. Yeah, if they like bump. Uh, mm, mm, yeah, oh, well, I would imagine so, because the follow-up, like, why would you why would you do this part and not the follow-up? That would be crazy. Oh, like, yeah, I mean, well, and and because if we can do the Goblin Escort as well, that'd be cool. It is a real pain, especially as a warrior. There's like 3 or 4 centaur that disarm, so there's a risk that you can get chain disarmed and be able to do no damage to them at all. And we're not a blacksmith and can't trade, so there's no way at all that we can get a weapon chain to prevent it. I mean, it should be fine as 3. There it is up there. We just need to go... Oh no. Or is it... Hang on. Get my bearings. That is the horn, yes. So we want to go this way up the ramp. Now, I'll, as we go up, I'll say what you can do. So this quest is like 3 different waves. 2 waves of normal mobs, and then the Khan with his 2 guards and a healer, the normal mobs. You can, if you're low enough level, when it starts, you can go out here. So when the second wave comes, it comes up this ramp. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So they just come around the corner and go straight up. So the first wave, super easy. 2 mobs. Oh, obviously this is harder. Well, probably doesn't matter much. Like one warrior is the same as another warrior as far as tanking is largely concerned. There's the Khan. Go on shield maybe. Okay. Go into defensive stance. Oh, no. Okay. Not needed. So, goblin. We've got a space. Check before you start, because worse than starting an escort quest and someone having a full log. Mm. No, it's fine. Like we it's not that difficult. Like we out level this so much. And the hard bit doesn't even come for a while. Like I'm not even sure that the mobs that we fight at the end are even level 40. Like, maybe one of them is, maybe. No, we just clear the way here. Like it's super easy. There should be a little patrol spawns. Yeah, we aren't. It doesn't go very far. And if you don't engage the, I was saying, if you don't engage them, you don't actually need to fight them because the NPC just walks straight past. And most people don't know that. Yeah. Yeah. Um, the time. Ooh, yeah, I'll take a bruise weed if it's easy. Grab. We do need a tiny bit more of these mighty trolls blood potions. 3. Nice. This is the pack I was talking about being mega awkward. It's just because they disarm, and if you're trying to do this at like closer to level appropriate, it will just like get you killed, and you'll lose your character because just because of their level, your level, and they net and disarm you, and like, you can't attack back, you can't move. That's it. Now, so this should be this is the Deep Strider Giant Path. I said before, Like I found it walking down this way on a previous character. So, like the red line does lie. It is not. Questy is not quite accurate in that regard. I think that the red line is based on online data for like where it's been found and died. Um,
Yo! Hurry back!
uh, I'm just going to have a check for this giant. I might be able to help them out with a bit. I don't know. Um, come here, come here, come here, come here. Yeah. It's odd because it does have an intro to it. Um, you I'm interested. Like, because I'm surprised that I'd be able to. Yeah. Okay. I don't know which one it's best to check for, honestly. Uh, uh, yeah, I don't know which one is going to be best to search for. I'm not sure why it's. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. Mm. Um, I mean, I might be up. Hmm. Um, we're not. Oh, there's two of them. Excellent. So if the tumor doesn't drop off one, we can get the second. We want Sanders for this. We want give me a shout for this as well. Just heal. Just heal. Just heal. Don't muck about. Just heal it. Like it's taking two. Keeping an eye on the other one. We get some nice crits in there. And die fast. Go. Cool. Yeah. It's more than one in the zone, so that's why. Yeah. So, done everything we wanted. I'm glad we were able to share the quest for them, make their life easier. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, yes, very much so. Yeah. Um, mm, 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 mm. Need to hand in. You know, like at least you can admit it. You know, at least you can admit. Um, mm, oh yeah, yikes. Yeah. 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 And
Relax.
um. Yeah, that's not worth the time to cook those. Red gill might be, maybe. Oh, look at price increase on yellow. Yeah, no. Not going to be worth it either. Night fin might be. Don't need the top.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We will make more 60s. It's fine. And that is Swamp of Sorrows, and that is Swamp of Sorrows. And that is Badlands. That is Badlands. Yeah. Okay. So we actually want to go to... Think about this. I'll move while I walk. We want to go to Arathi Highlands to do the quests in the Pirate Cove there. And so I want to check how long it takes to fly from here to Orgrimmar. 6:25. I think it's cheaper from Freewind Post, so let's do that. Not cheaper, faster.
Farewell.
I think the flight is shorter than.
You wish to speak?
Yeah.
We shall.
While we're in Orgrimmar, we can pick up the Veralas starting quest. Check what donation quests we've got left. Yeah, we'll pick up the Veralas quest. And we can also see Strat Undead? Strat... Strat Home. The ghost boss, I think, isn't it? Mask of the Unforgiven. Oh, Strat Live. But the like the undead outer part of Strat Live. So we want to go to Alderman potentially today. So we're not high enough level to do the like a full run. But I kind of want to get the necklace recovery nonsense just done with. Yeah. I mean, you can fish, or you can do skinning up to a certain point before you switch to engineering so that you've got the right type of leather. Oh, who died? Wingrove. Yeah. I won't hold with let the F spam die down. Yep. And we'll ask. I'd say 28 is still kind of early in the leveling experience. Like, it's not that much time lost in the grand scheme of things. Like we're 45 and 5 days, 8 hours. So it might take a little while.
Samsung.
That makes sense. I didn't mean to press enter. Right.
Blood and thunder.
They say 10 rage is not worth 131 damage over 21 seconds. Now, is this? Yeah, we're looking at current segment. Hmm. I'm trying to see any of these that look like they might be genuine combat times. But I don't know if that 132 is including the rend talent. Like, is that affecting the tooltip already or not?
Go for
Um,
the victory.
the simple answer is switch spec. We can find out.
What do you need?
Ooh, was including talent. Okay, that changes things a little bit maybe. So let's go ahead and swap back again. And then we can do a little bit more. So this is weapon damage plus 85. This is 132. Doesn't the bleed have the advantage that it's not affected by armor? I think that's its like bonus. So it's this is more instant damage, but like if you put the bleed on, it would potentially be like an extra sort of point. But how? We're hitting for about 200 and something with Mortal Strike. 230, 220. So I think whether Rend is worth it or not actually depends on how long your combat is lasting. So if your combat is if your combat is lasting 21 seconds, then Rend would totally be worth it because 10 rage for 131 damage. Because if you're doing, I mean, let's call it 240, because that would mean that every 10 rage was worth 80 damage. Right. If every 10 rage is worth 80 damage, well, even the normal Rend would be worth it. But this is worth almost like damage and a half. But that's only if the mob that you're fighting is staying alive for that 21 seconds. Then the Rend is worth it. Otherwise, you're better off spamming the Mortal Strike. So, if the combat lasted, yeah. So if essentially, if the combat lasted 21 seconds, it's totally worth it. If the combat lasted 14 seconds, both damages would be completely equivalent, but you'd still be better off just saving for the Mortal Strike burst. And this is of course talking about with a two-hander. So if you're talking about one-hander, this would be absolutely, Rend would seem to make a lot of sense. Yeah, and if your combat time is shorter than 40 seconds, Rend it just isn't worth it. It's a damage loss. And that's how it looks using the Whirlwind Axe with our current damage output, with improved Rend. Now, if we're talking about being in Fury without improved Rend, then the value of Rend is different, is more subjective, and would change. So there's that. But 48 is the next strike. And adds 25 damage. The rest of these just aren't worth it. Um, Part of me wants to test how Rend works and is functional, but a bigger part of me just wants to get them out sooner, honestly. It was an interesting point to look at, and it was an interesting discussion to have, but yeah, that's enough worrying there. Don't need to track that one. And once we've got this Alderman stuff out of the way, and the Pirate Cove, then we can go back to some of Stranglethorn Vale, and we can certainly think about heading to Faralas too. There are a lot of quests in Faralas, and the questing there is quite fun. I enjoy the zone. So, before we go anywhere, we want to sort out this oily black mouth. Can it just go into the bank? What do we want to do with it? Are Nightfin Snappers actually worth keeping, or should we just vendor them? I'm keeping this for Swamp of Sorrows just in case we need to use it so we don't get missed past. So we can make 2 more Blackmouth oil then, and that needs empty vials. And like we can make that as well. I wish I could just bring these in a bag without taking up bag space. That'd be so nice. Yeah. So I think we just get rid of the Nightfin Snappers probably. Isn't like a mana food anyway? Yeah, like the Nightfin Snapper's gonna be and it's just 1 Arth Tears. Like the Blackmouth oil is worth crafting for sure. And Wild Steel Bloom can go in, the Grave Moss can go in. Those are stacks that can be combined quite happily. The Hostile, I'm just going to put it next to the Shadow Oil, honestly. That's fine too. The rest of those need to be there. Those bags. Stranglethorn Vale pages. For when we can finally afford more bag space. Move those around a little bit. Put that one back in. Like, I'm happy to have the AoE. And we want to elixir, the elixir of firepower. King's Blood. We can sell one of those for space. We can leaded vial the rest. 5. That's going to craft. Save some space. And then we've got purple lotus, which we want to keep. And fish. And we've got quest items. Yep. And we've got more quest items. And more quest items. Be for the final fish. Swamp of Sorrows. And another quest item. Cloth. Vendor 4. Bauble. Okay.
Farewell.
So we need 5 leaded vials. We need 2 empty vials. This is the nearest vendor. Empty vials. Leaded vials. These. Black oil. These. Um, all those. Go in the bank. We can craft some more water breathing. May as well just do 3. The only other thing that we would likely make with it is a free action potion. And those are generally
Zug zug.
um, generally better used where is it? There it is. Yeah, the free action potions are generally more of a PvP thing. No, hang on. Hang on. Stack of 5. Well, we may as well just make the last one. Are going to be using at least one in a moment. That there. Honestly, that's a swiftness potion that we haven't used it for an insanely long time. I'm just going to put something else in the bank. Do kind of want to try that and test it with both of these. I need one. No, I don't need one more. That lasts for 30 minutes, and those are assume. So what do I want to put in the bank then? Question. Put the fish bank actually. Take it down to 1 stack of fish.
Tar the horde!
And sell.
Strength and honor!
Like, swiftness potions are great. They absolutely are. I just haven't needed to use any of them. And got nifty stopwatch now, so that will always nifty before swiftness. Just in case we need to use a different potion. So I don't know if it's worth spamming that in the city or not. Like, it was worth asking guild, but I don't know about a city. Maybe better to use the dungeon tool. Mm. I would, unless the tank is massively geared, I would be very dubious about doing Alderman with a 45 tank. No, they're 2 levels down on the last boss. Right, there's a chance they might ding up to 46 mid-run, maybe. But it's also the Stonekeeper room that I think you need tank levels for, because you're pulling. Where is it? Ancient Stonekeeper. So, like in this room, there's a pack here. There's a pack here. There's a pack here, and there's another pack that's either side of the boss. Like 2 or 3 mobs here, 2 mobs here. And in amongst all of that, you've got these patrolling golems, one of which like patrols out down there in an L shape, one of which patrols this way. There might even be a third one that comes around there somewhere. And because the golems patrol, and because the mobs are really quite tight together, if you're not in the right place to see, if you haven't marked all of these patrols, and more specifically, if you are a lower level making the pulls, what you can get is a chain reaction. So like, you'll pull here, but it was just too close to the golem that was walking around the corner, so the golem will aggro. But the golem was too close to this, so this will aggro. But the golem had walked around the corner, so this golem will aggro. But the golem was too close to this, so this pack will aggro. And then these mobs will run through the boss, so she'll aggro the boss and pull the entire room. Boss and all. You just it goes bad very, very quickly. It is all I can say. It goes bad very quickly indeed. And a lot of groups just don't make it out afterwards. If your group isn't like mega geared, then you get a pull like that. The only way you live there is an instant run and or an instant hearth. So like swiftness pot to get distance and hearth, or just hearth without having any aggro involved in the combat itself. But there's just no... There's just no way otherwise. It's so dangerous. And that's all potentially off having a tank that is making pulls and they're just not quite high enough level. And it chains. Look, it's not worth the risk. Like it's just not worth it. So like, so why would you do it? You know? Now, here's the biggest question. Is it better to go to Arathi and run across the zone to go down the side of the keep and through the path? Or is it better to go to Caramel and run to Arathi? You have to go down the side of the keep to get here. So I think it's faster to go to Caramel, honestly. The flight time is much less, and I think the running distance is about the same. I don't know, like... Ah. Boss is 48. Is it okay to go there as a 44 healer? Kind of. I'd just rather have people on more of a path. Like 46, sure. I'd be much more comfortable with 46 as a healer. and a 48 tank. That'd be fine. But I don't know. 44 just seems just that tiny bit questionable. Right. Killed first boss, down a healer. Interesting. Kind of want to list myself for Alderman. Undo. I would really like to get the necklace done. I'm just too low. I'm too low to do a full run. And I'm not sure if we'd hit 7th day in time to do a full run. I also need to look at cooking and decide, from what I know, what is going to be crab meat, perhaps. That's going to be relatively easy to obtain. I can't remember if the chili you have this buff as well as normal food. I need to test that. Like spider meat. Barbecue buzzard wing, then +8. As is. Yeah. I can only do a couple of food that's +12. And a crab meat is one of them. Yeah, so hopefully this will take us to closer to 46, if not 46. Just realised, hey, isn't that grave moss in the Alliance friendly section of the keep? Can they simply go there and gather it without danger? Oh wow, that timing's wild. For the two patrols completely missed each other. Yes, that is the Alliance. Yeah, it's the Alliance friendly section. So they can simply go there and herb grave moss without any danger. Witherbark Berserk. Interesting. I didn't know there were troll elites or ogre elites. All the way over there as well. Okay. Weird. Maybe that's Alliance quest then. I'm pretty sure I've never had any call to find any elites over that way. Oh no, the Witherbark there, yeah, they're in the far side of the Stromgarde Keep, aren't they? Not thinking straight there. There's quests before. I just didn't think I was close enough to that side of the keep to find things. Now, are we? Yep. Hi, Zaphris. How are you? Just making our way into Faldir's Cove. Going to be doing the few pirate quests that are here. We're stocked up on water breathing potions. We're doing quite a bit of swimming. Yeah, this is hardcore. Self-found warrior. We're doing most quests solo. Unless, like, we bump into something that, like if we bump into other people doing the same thing, we'll generally party up. But most of the time it's solo. Yeah, as Horde, like if you're doing this solo, either don't do it, or I'm alchemy, so I can craft water breathing potions. The Alliance apparently get like 8+ water breathing potions for free from various quests. So apparently they have it super easy. but we're herb alchemy, so we
Have a good one. Hey there.
were able to do this
Hey, how you doing?
with much less stress.
Keep it real.
The other thing that you can do actually as Horde is there is a lovely staff in Gnomeregan from the Viscous Fallout, which is the Hydrocane staff, and that gives you underwater breathing while equipped. So you can go back, farm that, and swim around with it equipped so that you can breathe, and then put your swap to your main weapon for fighting. That can be another workaround. It's a nice staff to have as a benefit.
Here there.
Pleased to meet you. Alrighty then.
I guess we're going to do this cave quest. Yes, it's really really good. Like if you're not alchemy and crafting the potions, you definitely want to do that, especially as a warrior. And like in an emergency, you know you swap it, and you're no longer drowning. It's one of the most useful and often like overlooked items in the game, I think.
Pleased to meet you. Daylight's burning. You have a great day now.
Alright, so for this he gives us goggles of gem hunting, which allow us to see elven gems on the minimap. What I would generally suggest with this is like put them on while you're swimming around, like figure out where the gems roughly are, and then don't bother again. It's not as needed as you might think. So let's just hide some of the rest of this so that we can see what we're actually doing. So we want to swim out. We've got charts and logs to find on both ships. So we'll be fighting some Naga anyway. Obviously, that is absolutely why we've got our water breathing potion. Because swimming down and fighting in the ships is awkward enough already. Especially versus things that net. You don't want to get netted underwater while running out of air. So let's go and ahead and use our water breathing potion. Now I need to remember what these gems look like to spot. Mage died in Scarlet Monastery, level 46. Okay. So, let's try to test Raider, see how this feels. How dangerous it is. Not too bad. They do swim away. I did see somebody else there, a night elf. So we don't really care. Now the charts and logs are down and inside. Probably, I say probably, maybe not charge the sorceress because they're a bit close. And probably charge the raider once we've killed this. Swim away. Now, it is very difficult to see in these ships. And be netted. And trying to remember where the logs and things are. So there's one in this bucket. And once we've found the logs around the corner, yes they are. Good. So grab these. We're now done with this particular boat and can leave again. We can go on to the other ship. And similar thing again, we're going to want to go below decks. The things are hard to see in the murky water, so don't be surprised if you have a bit of trouble locating them. I have a slight advantage in that I do vaguely remember where they are. And that makes it considerably less bad. So, in this one, charge it. So that's the charts. I did remember where they were. And now we just need second log. I think that's down in the hold. I'm not 100% sure. I think it is down in the hold. Box. Is there a box at the end there or something? Just on the floor. So, okay. Logs. Goggles. Or Naga. Now. Oh yeah, that's what the gems look like. They don't really look like gems. They just kind of look like dirty pillars. And we need to find 10 of them. We only need 3 more raiders. So do you see what I mean? Like, if we had the goggles on, they'd show us yellow dots on our map still. But on the whole, I don't generally find that I really need the goggles on. But I do remember where some of them are. I think there's one potentially like inside one of these turtles. This larger one over here is. Nope. Iron. Oh, you can toggle the goggles on. Put your helm back on. It's below, so there's a gap here that you can swim through. Yeah, it effectively functions like a gathering profession. You see the little yellow circles. And one's just appeared back there again. I think there's one under the minimap icon as well. Another one. And they do respawn pretty fast. we'll go back this way. Grab the respawn because there's nothing else nearby. Like if I was still around the boats and stuff. Hang on, got a phone call. Right, we're back. Never mind. My phone was nice enough to tell me that it was a suspected scam. Oh, and if to be really helpful, it's actually spawned by the turtle shell I was talking about. Yep. So 5 more gems, and we need to kill 2 more raiders. And we've got 18 minutes of water breathing. Taken 12 minutes so far. If we, what I was saying is, if we were still going around the boats, like really far inside or doing more fighting, I would absolutely have my normal helm on. They're grabbing these as well. That's why there aren't so many of them available. Oh, and they're actually in a group. So they'll be picking up a lot. I'll just have to keep swimming back and forth. Down here again. Say they do respawn pretty fast. If they're being contested, you're often better staying in a small area that you've already cleared of mobs. But again, that's only really if you know this quest and area well. Would you know that might be best to do? Now there's another one down here somewhere. They grabbed that. It's another one just appeared though. We're much closer to it than they are. You can see how difficult they are to spot. They blend in really, really well. And I think what I might do swap to the helm. We'll do the last couple of raider kills because that's all we're missing. And then put the goggles back on and check again. Was not expecting it. Otherwise, I would have used hamstring much earlier there. Wait. Okay. Just. Oh. We're just one gem now. And this one has respawned. Grab it. Then we're done. Awesome. The only thing left to do is, like, as we're here, we may as well attempt to check for the rare spawn. Prince as Jack. So we're kind of in the right place. Kind of spawns like around the ships-ish. In the ruins. Clearly nothing there. I don't know if we'll be able to get another quick swap off. 3. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too fussed if we do or don't. Worth having a check anyway, and swap our helm back on. So let's swim back into the cove and these in. And one of the follow-ups to this has us go to Booty Bay. I think it's after that there's a Naga attack.
Time is money, friend. Be good. Have a good one.
We need 8,000. Bring us decently close anyway.
Off and away.
I mean, it's not much of a choice. A wand we can't use, or a camera that we also can't use but sells for a lot.
Be seeing you. Right.
How are you? Off with you. Talk to me.
Leather gloves. The engineering hammer that will sell. Black hammer that will sell. quest item.
Can I help you? See you around. Be careful. For the Alliance.
And as I said, goes to Booty Bay. Now, we need to consider the best way to do this. We do want to go back to Strangthorn Vale at some point. We want to go to Swamp of Sorrows, Badlands, Booty Bay. Tour in the Badlands, tour in Booty Bay. To get to a flight point from here is just a crazy run. So the best thing to do, I think, is Hearth to Freewind Post. And then we can fly up to Ratchet and go from there.
Hail. Goodbye.
We're not actually all that far from the 90 gold required for riding.
Well met. Farewell.
So fly up to Ratchet. 4 minutes. So I'll use that time to get a drink. And I'll be right back. So I'm kind of thinking we probably want to do another Sem Armory and Cathedral run. Going to be less sus with your totems. Much less sus. Like, your conversation is the number of times we've had to run away because his totems have pulled too much. Hmm. Well, I mean, so I think what a lot of people with Shaman make the mistake of is especially if they're melee, they move in, they engage, they start fighting, they put down a totem. Once the totem is down, you can't cancel it. You can only move it. So it's best not to go in and put your totems down. It's better to put your totems down somewhere safe and then pull things to you. Yes, so it's sunken treasure on that. Stranglethorn Fever, Stony Step.
What brings you here? Goodbye. Go in peace. Be careful.
And we should probably look to do Stranglethorn Fever while we're here.
You need something? See you later. For the Alliance. Don't want to watch that. What's that? Um,
You just hit 56, so. I mean, it's a really passive aggressive. All you had to say was, okay, good luck. And that's like accepting of the answer. But they have to slot in this passive aggressive. It's basically like saying, well, I didn't agree with that decision, but fine. It's so not needed. It really isn't. Um, that is no. Um, Nice. Like the wild steel bloom's actually worthwhile there. Am I coming? What? So, like, this is that is a combat time where rend would actually be of benefit. It'd be a 50% damage increase. On like a third of your mortal strike damage. I mean, if they want to use 10 fangs, then cool. It's only 13 silver, but like, we're saving for mount. Not going to complain. Yeah. Clear out this last gorilla. Looks like he's on a mountain. So, just easier that way. Don't just stand at the back of the cave. Okay, even close enough. Just about. Not quite close enough. Oh, it's because they. It is close enough to charge if your party doesn't pull them past the NPC pointlessly when you've told them not to. So, and like back up here. Engage your NPC and you can charge in. Still get your rage. Interesting.
Strike full.
Oh, well they should. Be engaged like that. Never mind. He's already shouted. So we'll use our rage for damage. Clear things faster. Might be able to go up there and even. Don't want to be that close.
Go.
Lots of groups. Nice and simple. Oh, and we can actually get that quest out of our log as well. Swim over to the island. Oh, like, why? Where are you? So, like, message in a bottle is a pre-quest to a level 50 elite quest. And yeah, so we quite obviously do not want to be fighting the level 50 elite. But we did find the pre-quest message in a bottle, so we do kind of want to get that out of our quest log, because otherwise it's just going to sit there and clog stuff up for no reason. Now, on the island there are some high level like stealth panthers as well. So when we go up here to hand this in, we want to make sure that we just keep in a nice straight line, so that if we do find panthers or whatever, we can simply leave again. Okay, straight in, didn't aggro anything.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
We're not going to accept that.
The eternal sun shine upon thee.
So straight in, straight out. Don't wander around. West handed in without issue. If you do get into trouble and you do aggro level 50 mobs, they can't swim, so jump into the water. But yeah, that's the best way of getting that handed in. I think there are more animals that like patrol up this side of the island, so coming in from the top and walking around like we did is like the safest way of getting there, in and out. Now we do want to visit a trainer really badly, because we do want Sunder armor. Super nice, now it's enhanced. We do want charge. But we also do want a mount as well. Um, but a nice chunk of XP. we don't need those fangs anymore.
Keep it real.
Now the question is, where... Yeah. Don't need to track that, it's hand in. Um, why that's not tracked. We need to track. A necklace. And various things in rows. That's Soros. Mm.
Loktar. Straight.
Yeah. Not high enough level for the end of Maradon. So, Alderman. Athol.
spirits be seeing ya.
I don't know if I can solo Tethys or not. I know he's quite tough. That's the only thing. That's why most people who try to solo him fight him by the water can't swim. Like I've seen some people, like cheese fight him. When I say like you, like it's not really cheese. Like it is skillful. You get throwing weapons and you hamstring, and you kite through him and hit him normally while you're running through him, and then when you've got range, you use the throwing weapons on repeat. So it's one of those things that's like, can it be done? Yes. And yes, it shows off your skill and mastery of the warrior class and whatever. As someone who isn't a warrior main, it sounds to me like if you have to do that method to kill him, then it's a lot of effort. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a lot of effort. I haven't found Tethys yet, so maybe worth lair swapping. The only trouble is that Tethys isn't even up. Very difficult to complete a quest when the objective is not available. Hmm. Um, yeah. Okay. So let's try and find him. He was, of course, alive when I was not looking for him. These things usually seem to go like. I'm not sure if he can spawn like down here or not. I know there are raptors down here, but I don't know if Tethys can actually spawn this far south. Either way, He's not currently there. Yeah, I don't think he can spawn further out here. Check him again. Okay. Up. 5 points. Okay. It does work at the same time. It's a long kite to the water. And we'll try and hamstring him. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Still. Death is down. That was certainly easier than I was anticipating. Okay. I mean, he might have done this already. I don't know. That took a while. And just simply because he wasn't active on 2 of the layers. Yeah, that's weird. What? Does the Dragon's Breath chili have charges? Thought it lasted for a duration. Or is it just... Is it not duration? Is it just... That's just like a one-shot thing? Or what? I'll ask for others then. Um, uh, Oh, we've got retail still, so there is most definitely that.
Great to meet you. Be good. Safe travels.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Last thing that we need then is the page 4. That means we need to fight humanoid targets, which we do need to fight a lot of trolls and a lot of undead, so they will most definitely drop pages. Right, so we're on our way back down as fast as we can. Oh, we can 2-minute. We'll see if anybody else needs it. I what can I really say at all to that? Died in the Barrens, level 14. Or car that net. It shouldn't be that difficult, honestly. Yeah. And the question is King Bangladesh even alive on this layer? We don't know yet. Find out momentarily. Nothing's popped up yet. Oh, there he is. Further away than I was expecting. Okay. Apparently they are ready. Like they're not there immediately, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure he summons them after combat starts. I, and, like as a warrior, like as a mage, you can sheep it, and as a oh, yeah, as long as the hunter had aggro, and as a warlock I cleared it, I think that would be fine as well. But mm, yeah, yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think I can do anything else to assist. So we need hunters, headhunters, berserkers, and the boss guy. Like in the inner part. Berserker Headhunter turn. Into this. Headhunted, like around the back up here. Mixed up with the elites. Of course they do net, so be careful. should this guy can right guy okay. Fine. Hasn't got much health. Nope. That is literally the most awkward place you could possibly have him. Ailment, stamina. Three, two, one. Annoyingly share spawns. Parried it. Now we can. It's safe to actually. Yeah. Where's the? He's literally here doing the same things that we are. Or no, or not. Really. And 7 hunters. Yep. So I'll look for the main boss again as well. Rage for the bigger fight. Not a lot of extra rage, but some. Just drink, like you're out of combat. Save Evo for when it's needed. So that was a berserker. So we just need 1 hunter. No, 4 hunters. And the beast master. Another beast. Extra. Mm. Oh. This thing on the way. Loot. Loot, 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 check. I don't think it did. So we- so the only thing we've really got to be mindful of in here are these rolls. You don't want to stand in a spot where they're going to walk, where you're going to walk into 4 or 5 mobs by accident. We need to come back up this way. Since we need the one headhunter. Quite convenient. Pull him out. On. So we've done the tusks. That will, quest will disappear soon. Oh yes, that was healing pots, isn't it? Bangladesh head there for now. Item. Fine. So we need 3 hunters. They're on a big. Why are you there? Why are you spread out so much? Yeah. Might as well just keep killing trolls. Like, we need some necklaces, essentially, and like this guy helped us earlier, so we're going to help them. We might as well. And then we'll pay forward the help that the mage gave us with the elite. Hunter. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, who knows? We use some more food. Trying that quest, it's like 2 levels before it suggests you do it. And it's meant to be a group quest at that level. So yep. Yeah. Plus. Yeah. Mm. They could have pulled the patrol while it was passing there, and then we would need to wait. All this. What do you? I mean, you're just being dumb. I don't know why you would do that. Right. Right. Food arrived at the door, so I need to unpack that. And prepare to eat. So I'm just going to log off a second. Actually, we will end stream here. That is going to be the thing that makes the most sense.